everybody. This is Mr. Butch from the Moore branch, and oh boy, we have got some neat things to talk about today, some books, and of course, I get to see her before Miss Rhodes does. Kit, the bubble lady, is here this afternoon, so if you catch this before 3 o'clock, you can come see Kit and her, I call them magical bubbles, because she just is unbelievable with her bubbles and stuff. Miss Rhodes has to wait a couple of days.
Yes. And I'm Miss Rhodes. I'm coming to you from the Mermaid Main Library downtown, and our show is on Wednesday, and I can't wait to see the bubble lady. To see if I can pull up here and share the whole schedule with everyone so you can see when you can see the bubble lady. Monday, Saraland Public Library's already had theirs. Moore Spring Hill branch will be at 3. Stems Regional, if you can get there by 1 o'clock, they'll have the bubble lady, Kit Killingsworth, there. And then West Regional has 2 shows, 10 and 11 on Tuesday, and the Grand Bay Library will have the show at 2. On Wednesday at the Ben May Main Library, we'll have the show at 11. Parkway branch will have the show at 3. And then on Thursday, you can catch her at the Virginia Dillard Smith Tomanville Branch Library. And when she came before, she was fantastic. And I can't wait to see the show.
Always. She is just amazing, the things that she can do with bubbles. And, you know, last week, Ron Anglin had some bubbles, and he does a few things with bubbles in his show too. So it was almost like a preview to what Kit was going to be coming and even going crazier with bubbles. It's amazing what she can do with them. So
just remember this. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to remind people that the shows are first come, first serve, and there is limited seating. So you probably want to get there early.
Definitely. I had for Ron Anglin last week, I had 61. So yeah, make sure you get there in time to get a seat. I had a few more seats available, but not that many. So it was great. But thinking about Kit and bubbles, one of the things I think of when I think of bubbles is I think of mermaids. And that's what is going on this week in the library. We are talking about mermaids. You can see behind Miss Rhodes, she has some books up on her shelf about mermaids. Look, she looks like one of those people on the airline. She went like this, like, the exit is back here. No, the mermaid books are behind me. So some great mermaid books.
I wanted to tell people about. This is Emmeline meets Lavender the Mermaid.
Oh, okay.
Emmeline Monica King. I wonder if she's writing her own story.
She might.
It's very bright. It's got this bright, beautiful art. And for Emmeline, a family vacation to Atlantis on Paradise Island, the Bahamas, was a dream come true. And everything is cool and amazing, especially the tropical fish. And I can just envision it. And you can see that from the art.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
But the best is yet to come. While building a sandcastle, she meets a beautiful mermaid named Lavender, and they become fast friends as Lavender introduces Emmeline to the wonders under the waves. So it's a magical story about making friends with a mermaid.
Oh my gosh. Now, have you ever heard of a story, Miss Rhodes, about this little girl that has yellow hair, and she comes to a house in the forest that had 3 bears that lived there?
Are you talking about Goldilocks?
That's it. Well, guess what? I have a book by one author called Jan Brett that is just wonderful, and it's called The Mermaid, and it's basically a mermaid telling of that same story. And of course, her artwork is always
It's
always
so
just
interesting,
beautiful.
beautiful,
So,
interesting, so much to see.
The Mermaid. And then I
Oh,
have another one called Pearl, and it's written by Molly Idle. And I think this must be part of a series of
it's
books.
by the same author as the one I have back here, the Coral, right?
Right. Yeah, by the same author. And this one, Pearl's mother gives her a grain of sand to look after. And this is her adventures dealing with looking after that grain of sand. And I don't know if you know, but where does a pearl come from?
Grain of sand.
A grain of sand inside of an oyster. That's where a pearl comes from. So, neat book about Pearl the mermaid.
And Coral is the story of three mermaids, Coral, Philly, and Manta. And it's about their friendship and how they learn to do things together.
Oh, neat.
It's a
Okay.
sweet little story.
And then there's one, Mermaid and Me, and it's about a young girl who always wanted to meet a mermaid, and she does, but then there's a big storm. And then it's what happens after the storm. Will they get to meet up again? Well, I guess you'll have to read the story to see. So those are those are my three real good picture books dealing with mermaids, and you've got some wonderful picture books
Okay, so
too.
this one's
And
not a picture book exactly, but I wanted to point it out because we just got it in March this year. And it is about a mermaid. And the thing about that's really cool about this book, it's called Princess in Black, and the whole series is this way. It's Princess in Black and the Mermaid Princess, and it's a nice stepping stone. If you like picture books and you love seeing the beautiful pictures, but you're graduating up to where you can enjoy some longer stories with some chapters and stuff, you might be interested in this one because it's a full-fledged chapter book. It's got 9 or 10, 9 chapters. So it's a full chapter book, but it's still got the beautiful pictures that we love. So this is Princess in Black and the Mermaid Princess. And this is the story of the Princess in Black and her friends Princess in Blankets and Goat Avengers. Goat Avenger, there's no S. And they're enjoying a day in the sun at the sea when they meet a mermaid princess. And this mermaid princess is having some trouble, but when the three friends try to help her, they realize it's really hard for them to do anything under the sea, under the water, because they have to breathe differently out of the water. And so this struggle and learning how the mermaid princess can deal with the problem herself and equipping herself for it. Anyway, it's a neat little story, and there are beautiful pictures, and it's that nice balance between a story, a long chapter story, but still having some beautiful pictures to look at.
yeah, that's neat. You don't see a whole lot of books that have that many beautiful pictures that are also a chapter book. Usually,
Right.
Yeah. So that's a nice in between the two. It's sort of like a picture chapter book
It kind of
combination.
is. But now, if a chapter book where you totally imagine everything in your head yourself, and you have your own movie playing, you might like, and you want a mermaid book, could I recommend A Comb of Wishes? And this one's by Lisa Stringfellow, and this is about a girl, Kayla. She likes to collect sea glass and sees the beauty in it, and she collected a lot of the sea glass with her mother on the Caribbean beaches of St. Rita. But since her mother's death, Kayla has felt a bit broken, like the glass itself. And specifically as the glass that's known as mermaid tears. So one day, far away, Kayla finds a comb and it's glowing, and she thinks that she should leave it alone, but it just draws to her. It just speaks to her, and she wants to take it. And so she does. Problem is, it's connected to a mermaid who's far away, and Athilda, the mermaid, must come and get her comb back. Athilda doesn't like the human race at all. So she has to offer Kayla one wish in order to get her comb back, to get the comb back. And Kayla knows that the one thing she really, really wants is her mother back, because she lost her mother. And so she's at this crossroads with this big wish, but it also comes with a big price, and how Kayla and Ophelia are going to work it out. All that comes in the story of A Comb of Wishes by Lisa Stringfellow.
That sounds good. Yeah,
It's geared towards ages 8 to 12, but I think lots of people would enjoy this one.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. The chapter books I pulled don't have mermaids in them, but they just came in today. They are brand new.
Brand new.
And this is just Harriet, and it's about Harriet going to live during the summer with her grandmother and her grandmother's basset hound, Moneypenny, and she takes her cat Matzo Ball with her, and that is a real neat book. And then this one, Mr. Butch has always been a big Star Wars fan, and he saw this one and he said, it says the High Republic, and of course he didn't know what that meant, but it tells you on the inside the different time periods, and this is like even before the first movies. So it's before the Phantom Menace and before the Empire and everything. And what's neat is it tells you all about the different TV shows and movies and where they fit into the Star Wars timeline. And this is way back before any of the stuff that we've seen. So to me, it sounds real interesting. It says long before the Clone Wars, the Empire, or the First Order, the Jedi lit the way for the galaxy in a golden age known as the High Republic. So I want to read this one myself because Mr. Butch likes Star Wars.
That sounds really interesting. I have to see if ours.
And like I said, look at the date on it. July 18th. It just came in this morning and they just did it yesterday. So we're talking a brand new book for you to come and get. So, and speaking of fantasies and stuff, this coming week at Mr. Butch's branch is going to be Harry Potter week. And on the 30th of July, we're having our Harry Potter birthday party. And I've heard that some Harry Potter characters are going to be there. So you might want to check that out. And there are lots of other things.
And, reading up to refresh your Harry Potter and getting ready for the party could be a way to finish off your minutes to finish the Summer Library Celebration Challenge.
That's right, because those have to be turned in by the 30th. That Harry Potter birthday party or whatever, that's going to be the final day that you can turn in your reading logs for the summer to get your different prizes and to get entered into the drawing for the big grand prize at the end of the summer. So, but there's lots of other stuff going on at the different branches. And just remember that this week is the last week of our summer Oceans of Possibilities. So this week, you can still register.
Right.
You can see our programs. You can get registrations in for the drawings at the end and to get your prizes if you're turning it in for the first time. So lots of things still going on at your library the last week of our summer reading celebration. So don't forget.
You can go to the Summer Library Celebration website with Mobile Public Library. It's slc.mobilepubliclibrary.org. And if you look down here under Reading Challenge, June 1st through July 31st, on if you scroll, it comes up like this. And if you scroll all the way down, I just wanted to let people know, and this children that changes color when I put my mouse over it, teen, adults, right here on this last line down here, you can print more printed logs if you need more logs, and you can bring them to Mr. Butch's party or to any Mobile Public Library location, or you can still go to Beanstack Reading app, Challenge app, to track your minutes that way.
And of course, this is a big summer for us because we're celebrating the library's 120th anniversary. That's
Right.
how long the Mobile Public Library has been here serving the people of Mobile, and our prizes you get this year have that logo that says 120th anniversary. So this would be a neat way to celebrate the library being here for you for all these many, many, many years. And also look on those calendars to see what's coming up this coming week so that you can be involved in the library celebration this summer. Now, this will be our last broadcast for a little while. So Mr. Butch wants to say it has been a lot of fun talking with y'all this summer about the books and the programs and all the neat stuff that's going on at the library. And it doesn't stop once school gets going. But you won't have Miss Rhodes and I telling you every week what's going on. You're going to have to go on the website and see what's going on that you want to get involved in at your library.
And stop by and see us and talk about books, because we're going to really miss talking about books.
We really, really are.
We really had some comments last week, people who commented and told us about some of the books that they liked and loved. So we really enjoyed reading those comments. I think we actually clicked love on those. And we would love to hear more comments this week, even if it's not mermaid books, but especially if you want to talk about mermaid books with us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is Mr. Butch signing off and saying, hopefully I'll see you soon.
See you later. See you soon.